Good morning. Today is Monday, October the 30th, 2017, and it is like 7:30 in the morning, and I am on my way to work. I just dropped the girls off at school, and making a video today. I haven't made one in a few weeks, but I'm making this video today about work and life as well. But my job, I've been there for, I want to say 10 months. Yeah, like 10 months. And since I've been there, I've gotten 2 promotions. I got a promotion to lead, and then from lead to assistant director, and that was really cool. Really grateful for that. And my boss, you know, she was cool. I didn't know her, you know what I'm saying, like when I first started or anything, because I work upstairs and everybody else works downstairs, so I'm pretty much upstairs by myself. So I didn't really get to see anybody ever. So yeah, so after I started working downstairs a little bit more frequently, you know, she tried to befriend me, but if you watch my previous videos, you kind of know how that goes with me. So I mean, I'm nice and I'm friendly, but I'm not really trying to be BFFs. So either way, this boss of mine, she also was promoted through the company as well, and she went from lead to assistant director to director. And y'all, I don't know, after like 2 months maybe of having her position, she just started trying to like pull her card, like, you know, like pull her little, you know, card or whatever. And I'm like, oh. So my personality, I don't get into all that kind of stuff. If you want to be big and bad, I'm gonna let you be big and bad. Like, it doesn't bother me none. As long as you're not in like my immediate space with it, do you, boo. If you feel like you're the president of the whole entire United States, do you. Because I'm a firm believer that that ship will sail. So either way, there's 2 of us as far as assistant directors, and the other assistant director is not built like me at all. She is a lot more verbal. She's gonna stand up for what she believes, and you know, that's just kind of how it is. So to make a long story short, over the course of the last few months, the director, I don't know if she's intimidated by the other assistant director. I don't know what her deal is, but she wants her out of there, okay? She has no grounds to like fire her, so she can't fire her. So this is what she's trying to do. She's trying to go before like our corporate, if you will. Yeah, our corporate, if you will. And she wants to create a new position for this lady, right? To take the title of assistant director from her. However, it will keep her at the same pay that I make, and gives her different responsibilities, but she still wants the lady to close. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make sense, because you're trying to take her authority away, but if she has to close, that means she's the only person there when I'm not there and she's not there. So who's gonna make the decisions? The lady, right? Whatever. So she does little stuff like that, and then like she'll leave while she's still like on the clock, you know, be gone for like long periods of time, and stuff pops off and she has no clue what's happening. And I mean, it's just a whole lot that's going on at the job. So her boss, no, let me back up. There's been a few situations with a few of our parents where she doesn't really want to deal with these parents. She don't like dealing with confrontation. She wants to be the boss until it's time to do her job. So one of the parents came with an issue and wanted to talk to her, and she told this lady she got to go through the chain of command to get to her. She told the parent that the parent has to go through the other assistant director, then to me, and then to her. So when it comes to the staff, having to like correct the staff and, you know, and things like that, she don't want to do that. She'll tell me or the other assistant director to do it because she doesn't want to do it. So like we had to, well, she decided she wanted to fire one of the employees a few months back. She had me and assistant director do it. I'm like, you're the director. You should be in here, and you know what I'm saying? You should say whatever it is that you feel like you need to say. She said she was too angry. To me, that's not professional. If you can't put your so-called emotions aside and deal with what you need to deal with, you probably shouldn't have your position. Either way. So little things like that have been going on, and Wednesday of last week, we were having a discussion. There is a teacher in my room, because I'm very seldom ever in my room anymore because she always has me downstairs. But there's a teacher in my room that is kind of rough with the baby. She's not abusive, but she's very rough. Like, she's not gentle or anything. And I mentioned it to her a few months back, that I felt like the lady was a little on the rough side. And my parents complained. They don't really like the lady. And I told her, but I don't have the authority to do anything about it. So I used my chain of command, and I told her. So there's another young lady that goes in there to like do breaks and things like that, like relieve people for breaks. And those two ladies do not get along at all. Okay, they do not like each other. So the younger one told me some things about the older one, and I wasn't there, so I just have to sit them both down and, you know, talk to them both to try to get an understanding of what was going on. So I did that, and it turns out that the younger lady was not telling the whole truth about what the older lady had done. So I corrected her about it, and, you know, move on. Now the younger one, she's very gentle, very meticulous in the way that she cares for them. She's a little slow, like in her movements. Excuse me. Excuse me. But she's very meticulous and very gentle, and I know that the babies will be taken care of well. Excuse me. But okay, so we were having a meeting, the admin team and you know, myself, and it's a lot of movement and changes going on, you know, with staff right now. And I said again that I didn't really feel like this lady was probably the best fit to be in this room, the older lady. And so my boss says, well, I would rather have her in there than to have a liar in there. I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, because one of the people from our corporate said that she had gotten word from another place that this lady, the older lady, was relieved from her position at another job for all the same things that I told my boss that I was observing. So I said that. I said, well, didn't you tell us that, you know, so-and-so said that the lady was really da-da-da? She was like, well, we can't prove that. I said, okay. I said, that's understandable. However, I'm telling you that I've observed it with my own eyes. And she, too, the boss, has had numerous complaints about the lady and the way that she do things and stuff like that. So when I brought that up, she started to get like agitated or whatever. And she's like, well, we just have to do what we have to do right now, because we, you know, we just don't really have the bodies and all this other stuff. And I'm like, for the safety of the children, do you keep someone that could potentially harm one of the babies in there with them? Or do you put someone that told a story on someone in there with them? She's like, well, she might drop a baby and lie about it. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't think the younger lady likes this older lady. And she just don't like her. And so she said what she said because she don't like her. Is that right? No. But she has never done it to any other staff member. Matter of fact, the girl is actually very quiet. She doesn't even talk to people for real at work or anything like that. And to me, the proof is in the pudding of her work. I can pop up on her at any given moment, any given time, and she is like A1 squared away. The people from like the corporate, the same thing. They all say the same thing. Well, yeah, when we come in there, if we walk by, you know, she's really good. But these same people have also observed that the other lady is not. So I feel very strongly about it, because if it were my babies in there, I would want the lady out of there. And if it were up to me, she would not be there anymore. Man, this lady pulled her director's card on me and was like, well, I mean, I'm the boss, and at the end of the day, I said, okay, that's fine, do you. Now, they were threatening to close down our center a few months ago. Y'all, I got the best of luck with that. They were threatening to close down the center because the center has not been running properly for the past, I guess, few years or whatever the case has been before I got there. And they were threatening to close, okay, like in the next like 45 days, all right? And knowing that, I'm like, well, why wouldn't you do whatever is best for the center to make sure that we can keep the place open? Keeping the place open means that we continue to make money and that all of our staff is not displaced, let alone right before the holidays. But this lady has such like a ego trip thing about herself. She be like power tripping and all of that she can't see any of that, because it has to be her way or no way at all. And again, like I said, do you, boo, because it's all gonna fall, and it's gonna fall right in her lap. So recently, one of the corporate, like my boss's boss, was kind of asking me like, you know, so how's everything going? And I'm like, I was like, interesting, you know. He's like, what does that mean? I'm like, it's interesting. So I kind of just told him what was going on, and he was just like, well, actually, we can't confirm that it was the same lady. Talk about the older lady. I'm like, so why is she still here? He was like, oh, we thought, you know, the chick dealt with that. She did not. So it's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not gonna worry about it. Hopefully everything will work out and I'll still have a job beyond December. I'm laughing, but I'm so serious. I hope everything works out, because ain't nobody got time. Because if this one don't work out, I'm seriously just gonna stay home and just be with my babies, because I'm tired. So that's just a little snippet of what's going on in my life right now on the work front. And I'm almost at work, and it's time for me to start praying, because I have to pray before I walk in this building. So I will talk to you guys soon with another update. Bye.